Hello and welcome back. Wow, my volume is really high. Let me turn that down. Let's see, it's still pretty loud for you guys, I think, but I turned it way down for me. It was too loud. Back to Trails of Cold Steel. See, I don't remember where we left off. I know last week I had to play Wednesday instead of Thursday. What are we supposed to be doing here? Alright. Golden Catch. Okay, calling all fishermen. We're supposed to go see Weber at the inn. Everything else we've done today. So, Weber at the inn. Alright, let's see. Where's the inn? There's the inn. Okay. Oh, hello everyone. Have you come along after seeing the request I sent to Toval? That's right. You're in search of some sort of elusive fish, correct? I am. I feel like I should apologize for asking you guys to help me with a personal request, but are you up for it? If you are, I can share the details with you all right now. They act like it's some kind of super secret or something. It's funny. You're in luck. Our schedule just happens to have an opening. Ah, thank you very much. I'd just like the request mentioned, I want you guys to seek out a certain elusive fish for me. It's a peculiar variety of salmon known as a gold salmon. Just like the name says, its body has a golden glow, not unlike the look of a Goldia itself. That must be an exquisite fish. It sounds rather garish, honestly, but I'd have to see it to judge it for myself. Have you ever seen this fish before? Unfortunately, all I know are what I've heard from the rumors. Bim, who's usually fishing at the back of the inn, is actually the one who told me about it. Its golden color isn't its only distinctive trait either, he said. He mentioned that its flavor is to die for, too. Oh, you've got my attention. Ha, I'm afraid I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested in a taste myself. That's certainly understandable. After hearing so much about it, I want nothing more than to try it. I've been bugging Toval about it for quite a while now. And now it seems like, thanks to you, I might finally get my chance to try it. Fishing, huh? I guess even bracers take on jobs like this. That's what bracers do, they help people out. Just a second, I got a catch in my throat. If this fish is so elusive, though, what are the chances we could even catch one before the day's end? That does seem to be the most obvious issue here. Is it even possible to catch this fish in Lake Ebble? Doesn't seem so. Unfortunately, Ben mentioned he did catch several of them here at one point, but he hasn't found one on the end of his line for several decades now. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence, you know. How would we go about catching it then, and where? Well, I've actually received some promising info from Tovol that put me back on the trail. He claims he's seen golden sparkle in a river along the highway several times now. All the sparkle sites have been in different locations, though. Well, at least that narrows our search to the river. True, it'll be much easier than trying to search the lake. We may be able to find it then. I know it won't be easy, but I'd be pleased as punch if you did catch one. But now that I think of it, do you have the right tools for the job? Sure do. I brought my rod with me. Will this work? Let's see what you got here. My word, this is the Lake Lord Company's highest grade fishing rod. The gold salmon is supposedly quite a hefty fish, but catching it should be no issue with this. You must have fishing in your blood if you have a rod this nice. Thanks. Allow us to make our way then. Yeah, let's go. Alright, back to fishing. I like fishing. I don't know. I just like fishing, so I'm completely okay with this quest. So we're gonna go up the hill and out to Ebble Highway. Run, Green, run! I think fishing in this game is pretty interesting, actually. It's not as bad as a lot of other games. Let's see, there's a point right there to catch. Or someone to talk to, anyway. I know who it is. Let's see. Yeah. What are you doing here? That shiny golden glow. I simply can't wait to catch it. This seems like a good spot to fish, but I wasn't expecting someone to be here already. She seems to be an ordinary civilian, and a noble at that. I'm surprised she strayed this far from town. Should we try talking to her? Yeah, might as well. Excuse me, could we talk to you for a moment? Annabelle, what? Who are you? Wait, I recognize you. You're the military academy students who saved me in my hour of need several months ago. Oh yeah, I think we did meet once before. Oh, so you know her? Yeah, we ran into her while we were out in Caldic on our first field study. Now I remember, one of our tasks involved delivering a lost wallet to its owner. And it just so happens that wallet belonged to this lady in front of us. I see. I'm very grateful for what you did for me. Sadly, that wallet has become rather lighter since you returned it to me. Oh. Might we ask what brings you out here? I would have thought that was obvious. I'm trying to catch my dinner, of course. Some may think of fishing as a leisurely hobby, but I would beg to differ. It's proven to be an essential survival skill. I see. I don't remember her being anything like this last time. So what inspired you to come this far out of town to fish? You could have just sat on the dock in Legrem, right? She could have, yes. Legrem is conveniently situated right on the shores of Lake Ebble, after all. Surely it wasn't necessary to brave the dangers of the highway to come out this far just to fish. That's where you're wrong, I'm afraid. A first-class angler needs a first-class spot. Easy fishing on the shore of a peaceful lake just wouldn't satisfy me. What's with this woman? She's certainly a unique individual. Sounds like you're after something special if I had to guess. Indeed, I am. I've come here seeking the elusive gold salmon. I've heard tales of it from a gentleman in Legrem by the name of Beam. But he also informed me that it cannot be found in Lake Ebble, which is what led me to this spot. And sure enough, not long ago, I finally caught a glimpse of a golden glimmer beneath the water surface here. A golden glimmer? That sounds a lot like what Tovol said he saw, too. Looks like this might be the spot, then. I should have known that you'd be searching for it too. Very well then, let us compete to see who catches a golden salmon first. It's not really what I had in mind when we came out here. That aside, we seem to have found our location. True enough, let's get fishing. Well, I didn't mean to try and chop her in half. I will be the first to capture the elusive gold salmon. I won't allow you to best me. You gonna let me fish?
Ooh, this looks like a good...
There we go. I didn't even know this fishing spot was here. Of course, plot dictates that we have to catch our fish, so we get it first try.
Now that's a catch.
Only thing that bothers me is it doesn't count as another fish caught. Impossible. You caught a gold salmon before me? How can this be happening? Now that you're making me feel kind of bad about it. Still, thank you very much for telling us about the golden glimmer you saw. We may not have thought to fish here, if not for your guidance. Fair play is a necessary element in any competition. Think nothing of it. Besides, I simply paid the price for underestimating you. It was my fault that I lost. I thought my experience over the past several months had strengthened me, but it seems I still have room to improve. And improve I shall, until one day I'm known across the land as the finest angler of all of Erebonia. Well then, I bid you a good day. Yeah, more power to you. You gonna let me fish still? I have 2 more casts. I'll be danged if I don't use them. Can I catch something new? That'd be cool. Oh, another gold.
Now that's a catch.
Maybe it did count. I don't know. Is that all that you can catch here is gold salmon? Nope, caught something else. Not quite sure what that is. Regular salmon, maybe?
Caught one.
Carp. Okay. Alright. Find our way back out of here. Caught off fish. Rush back to the inn, give him our fish, get our AP, and be happy. Hey there, everyone. Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the legendary gold salmon you have there? Defying all the odds, it actually is. Here you go. We actually caught 2 of them. Oh my, it's so beautiful. I really can't thank you enough. It's even more splendid than Beam's tall tales. Now I can see why people liken its appearance to a Goldia too. So, when are you gonna cook it for us? Really now. See, you're as curious about the taste as I am. Naturally, I have every intention of sharing the taste of this triumphant catch with all of you. As far as how to bring out the finest flavor, river fish tend to be best suited to grilling, so just wait a few minutes while I fire up the grill. I'm kinda looking forward to this now. And to think, we've got some food from one of our morning tasks too. Feels like we've just been stuffing our faces today. And so it was that the forks held high. They all dug in and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. Well then, what do you guys think? Where do I even start? Well, the amount of fat was just perfect, sublime even. Agreed. I never would have imagined it would taste this exquisite. I'm glad to see my earlier skepticism was wholly unwarranted. It's hard to believe this was just grilled. Yeah, I didn't even think you could get a fish this tasty. Glad you all liked it. Even I was surprised at how delicious it was. Just melts in your mouth. I feel like it's my duty to share it with the rest of the town now. Looks like I have to put in another request with Toval. I'm sure he'll gladly accept. Yeah, once he hears how good it is, he'd have to be crazy to turn down the opportunity. Haha, you said it. Honestly though, I want to thank you again for all your help. Unfortunately, all I can offer is stock from the store, but please take it. I wish you all the best with the rest of your field study. Thank you. Good day then. I like how at first they were all like, no, we can't take these items that you're trying to give us. And now they're like, yeah, we'll gladly take this stuff. Now, we're doing the important part today. We are going to close down the guild house. Should we head back to the guild and start filing everything away? Oh, I didn't mean to stay outside. Return to the guild. So we're going to file all our paperwork, and we're going to go ahead and, after filing the paperwork, we are going to go ahead and be done. Followed all the instructions Toval left for them. They began the not quite as exciting process of filling the paperwork. Just a second, got a notification. It's bothering me to death. Stop it, notifications, turn you off. Alright. Yeah, we just finished getting everything sorted out. Goodness, that was exhausting. That little brat, she could at least try and help instead of lying around like a house cat. I can't say I'm surprised. I doubt she's used to spending this long on such exciting tasks. Oh well, we're almost finished. Alright then. Still, it really goes to show how top-rate Toval is. He fulfills a lot of requests on his own, and still has time to handle all the day-to-day realities of running a guild branch. Indeed, it's even more impressive when you consider that he finds time to visit other regions of the country as well. His mobility and knack for solving problems are exactly what one would expect from a bracer. The guild may have been forced out of the country, but he's still out there trying to help as many people as he can. Even when we were in Breahard, he came to our aid. And if you look at all those records, it's clear that the people really trust him and rely on him for help. That's very true, but... is something the matter? Nah, I was just thinking. If bracers play an essential role to the people of other countries, are they not just as essential to Erebonians? Well, you may be right. And not just because they help maintain public order and provide other services. That ideal, prioritizing the protection of civilians above all else, is pretty noble. It's something people admire. That's certainly true. In many ways, it's that form of nobility that's beginning to fall by the wayside within Erebonian aristocracy. I'm not sure the issue is as black and white as you'd have it. The Guild is an organization first and foremost, and one based far too much on idealism, far too little on practicality. Donations and public funding can only go so far in covering its operating costs. It's no stretch at all to say that with the Empire as it is now, the Guild's removal was inevitable. That's what my brother said once when we discussed this. Eustace. Looks like his brother is weighing on his mind. I suppose that's another way to look at it. I have to admit, it sounds rather cold and dismissive, but it does carry more weight coming from Rufus Alberea. Hema, they're so big. And soft. Milliam! Look at that, she doesn't even have to be awake to be an irritant. Anyway. Shouldn't take much longer to finish filing the rest of the reports. We should focus on getting everything done and returning to the mansion. Sounds good to me. Excuse me, is anyone here? Oh, you're the girl who works at the store, aren't you? Oh, Lady Laura, is Tovel here by any chance? I'm afraid Tovel's out of town on business at the moment. Is something the matter? They haven't come home. Julian Carno, I guess? Carno still haven't come back from the castle. Wait, you don't mean... Did those two go to the castle? Surely you don't mean to suggest they took a boat without any supervision? I'm afraid so. They said something about going on an adventure, and they took one of the boats without even asking. It's evening now, and they still haven't come back. This sounds like a serious problem. Yeah, right when Tovel is away from the guild, too. We'll just have to do whatever we can to help out. I agree. We can't just stand around and hope they'll come back. If we're going to search the lake, we'll need a boat ourselves. I'll have Klaus prepare one for us at once. While you do that, I'll wake up Milliam and we'll have another look around town to see if we can find them. Splitting up and searching the town does seem to be the best course of action. Thank you. Rest assured, we'll do all we can to find them. The group searched the town from top to bottom, but they found no sign of the missing children. By the time the other residents became aware of what was happening, evening had given way to night. Well, I think it's safe to say the boys aren't in town. Looks like they really did head out towards the castle in a boat. The lake's been calm, there's no sign of a boat on the water, so at least it's unlikely they capsized. Guess they leave the castle then, right? The castle was once a stronghold of the Eisenritter. And while the Ersaid family is still its stewards, it's rare that anyone ventures inside. I hope nothing terrible has happened to them. Their parents are really worried too. I've asked them to stay at home and wait for us to contact them, but at this point, all we can do is venture into the castle and see what we find. If we have use of a boat now, do we not? We do. A couple of students from the Arcade School are preparing an orbital boat for us as we speak. It does worry me that it has started to grow misty again, though. Well, let's head down to the wharf. Let's make sure all of our equipment is sorted out and we have everything we need, just in case. Right, let's hurry. So, we're finally in the position of not having an actual healer. All we have is Emma, which she can use arts for that. I think Emma has arts for that, right? Yeah, she has plenty of arts for healing. Let's see. Here's abnormal status. That's an attack. Medium. Oh, it's a small heal, medium area. Revive and HP heal. Yeah, I really should equip her with better healing, but I'm not going to. I think her skill also has healing. What is it? String HP heal 50%. So I have a semi-okay healer, but I don't have a mass healer like Elliot or Alyssa. So just gotta be a little more careful than normal. Our equipment's already been upgraded. We've done that, so we don't have to worry about that. And down to the wharf and to the boat we go. I see the orbital boat has been prepared. My lady. Yes, we just finished getting it ready for your departure. So this is an orbital boat, huh? Looks kinda fun. This hardly seems like the time to be getting excited for a boat ride. I've operated orbital boats before, so I'll steer us to our destination. Alright, we'll leave it to you. My lady, please wait. I still feel that we ought to be the ones going out and searching. You shouldn't have to trouble yourself with matters like these. I appreciate your concern, but as the Viscount's daughter, I feel this is part of my duties to the people of Legrem. It also happens to fall under the scope of our field study. Can't deny that. We'll do all we can to support her. You needn't worry. Very well. I doubt there's anything more I can say that can get you to change your mind. The last patrol of the castle was just a few days ago. There was no sign of anything unusual then. It shouldn't be that dangerous. Really? The wind blowing from the direction of the castle does feel pure. It's said the castle's atmosphere is cold and clear due to its connection with St. Sandlot and Eisenritter. It's highly uncommon for monsters to settle there, so the children are most likely safe. Although it's impossible to rule out that an accident may have befallen them. An ancient. Either way, we need to get over there, find out as soon as possible. Indeed, we should depart at once. Is everyone ready to depart? Depart for the castle. Yeah, ready whenever you are. Please, take care, lady. I and the other students will be awaiting your safe return. Thank you. I promise whatever's out there, we'll take care of it. Okay, let's get this show moving. Impatient little brat, isn't she? What do you think's waiting for us inside that castle? So you pass out on the couch the moment we return to the guild, but now you're simply popping with energy. Milliam, you know this isn't a game, right? I know. But as long as Limey's with us, there's nothing to worry about. Let's just grab those kids so we can go exploring. Milliam? She doesn't seem nervous in the slightest. Did you just hear a bell? Yeah, it came from the direction of the castle. Well, the castle does have a bell tower, but as far as I was aware, access to it has been sealed off. Then who's ringing it? A bell tolling at night in the old stronghold of the Eisenritter? We'd best be prepared for anything. We're almost there. Let's make sure we're prepared before we head ashore. How many times are you guys gonna make sure you're prepared? Well, here we are. Hey, do you think that's the boat the children took? I can't imagine who else it would be. At least they appear to have reached the castle safely. Then it's safe to assume they went inside as well. It's well past sundown now. We need to find them as soon as we can. Looks like that path will take us up the cliff. Right, that path will take us to the castle entrance. Mind your footing, though. The night is dark and the trail uneven. Shoot. It ain't no problem. We got this. No, I don't think there's any treasure all the way up. So we will run up this.
So this is St. Sandlot's old stronghold, Lohengrin Castle.
This is the first time I've come here at night. Be careful of your footing.
Whoa, what's that?
Something strange about the castle.
Is that glow just the moonlight?
Who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
So this is Lohengrin Castle.
Lohengrin Castle.
The ancient stronghold of St. Sandlot, gathering place of the warriors of old. It looks even more beautiful up close.
Yeah, but what's up with that weird glow?
I've been here several times before, but I've never seen it like this.
I can sense a very strange wind blowing from within. It doesn't feel like monsters, though.
I can feel it too. Like something is writhing around inside.
Wait, what kind of something?
I feared as much. I can definitely sense the presence of the dead.
Emma?
I'm all right, but we're going to need to tread carefully in there.
Right. There's no telling what may happen when we venture inside. We should make certain we're ready before entering.
That's like the fourth time they said, be ready. There's something very strange happening here. Let's make sure we're ready for whatever we find inside. Should we go in right away? Yes. Jeez. Is that enough foreboding for us? Is it enough? Do we know things are happening? It's pretty cool inside. Kind of reminds me of the old schoolhouse.
It won't budge.
Did the door just seal itself shut on its own?
You stupid door!
Well, that was unexpected.
No!
So not even Air Getlum can break us out of here?
It appears that there's a barrier in place.
What kind of barrier? Are you talking about that strange symbol that appeared on the door for a moment?
How would you know something like that, Emma?
Well, I've always had a pretty strong sixth sense about these kinds of things. So sometimes I can sense things that aren't visible to the naked eye.
Sixth sense?
Fascinating.
Come to think of it, this isn't the first time you've reacted strangely to unusual phenomena.
Eustace has a point.
I've heard that people from the church can make use of some strange powers. So are you a sister of the church or something?
Kind of the opposite. Oh, you got me. I've always been a big supporter of the church.
I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Emma, just who are you?
Yes, Emma, who are you?
What's that sound?
It's the bell we heard earlier.
Something's approaching to the left.
Monsters, is it?
No. These are no ordinary beasts.
But we're going to have to fight them all the same. Enemy sighted! Take him out! My turn!
Oh, I meant to change his equipment. Oh well.
Yes, sir!
It's not like they've been saying you need to, check your equipment and everything for the last 10 minutes. And then what did I do? Not change his. Go figure.
Don't mess with us!
Dang, Milliam's a little powerhouse.
Looks like we beat them.
Are you all right, Milliam?
What were those things?
Mysterious spirits. Though perhaps it would be more appropriate to call them fiends. Either way, they were no ordinary opponents.
The higher elements seem to be present here as well. And I suspect that's true of the whole castle.
Yeah, it did feel that way. Though I'm still not sure what the ringing bell from earlier has to do with anything.
This place seems to be even more dangerous than we could have anticipated. And as long as that barrier remains in place, so will we. We're going to need to search for a way out.
Okay, Emma. It looks like we're going to need to rely on this sixth sense of yours in order to navigate this castle safely. You don't have to tell us anything if you're not comfortable. Right now, our safety is in your hands. Can we count on you?
Yes, of course.
All right, then time is of the essence. With fiends like those roaming the castle, I'm even more worried about the children.
True. We should start looking right away.
We're going already! Can't we rest here a little longer?
Those fiends scare the strength right out of your legs?
No! That's totally not it!
You're more than welcome to stay here and wait.
Whoa, waiting by myself would be even worse!
All right, let's see what we can find.
Right.
Alright, so we need to change his master. Oh, he has wing. Okay, we don't need to change his. I didn't think it was on there.
Let's go, Lemmy!
Here we go!
Death blow. Wonder how many of them I can hit at once. I know I can hit all of them with Gale, but
Second form!
Fine.
Gale! That's that. Let's keep moving.
need to be kind of reserved with his CP attacks. Any treasure on this level? No, but 2 levels up maybe?
Okie doke, let's get started!
Go!
It's my turn.
Best, not the worst.
Gleaming blade. Go! Now!
My turn. Hey!
Oh, you
Here
missed.
I go!
Critical.
Now! I'll help.
Fool!
Here we go! Okay, it's safe for now. Right!
Doesn't look like we can pass through. We'll need to find some way to open it.
We need a key to dispel a barrier like this. We should start looking.
Alright, stop talking so I can pick this up. Thank you. Oh, treasure. Oh, nothing there. What a shame it is. Let's see. Now come on it. Nice.
Here we go!
Yeah, I better kill them before they get a chance to really hurt me. If I can only attack two at once.
Here I go! Okay.
Right!
These guys aren't that strong.
We should keep going.
This castle has no shortage of strange foes. Perhaps they really are
Don't say it!
Use this. That's not nice.
I welcome all challengers.
My turn!
My turn. Ta! Now!
Yeah! Here I go!
Go, Lammy.
Here we go! We'll cut our own path.
Making progress.
Look, there's something over there. Seems to be some kind of pedestal. And there's some sort of orb sitting on it. Think this is what we're looking for? Indeed, I suspect this orb would disable the barrier on the door to the castle's east wing. Then it's probably a good idea to take it with us. Yellow orb. Okay, now we should be able to access another area of the castle. But you know, there's something else here I'm curious about. Wow, that's one huge door! I've had my eye on it ever since we entered this room. Doesn't it look more than a little similar to the door in the 4th floor of the old schoolhouse? You're right, it looks a lot like the red door that giant armor was hidden behind. I seldom visit the castle, so I'm afraid there's not much I can tell you. There's always the possibility the children might have gone inside. We should check it, just to be sure. It doesn't seem to want to open. Seems as steadfast as the wall around it, if not more so. That's true. I can't see any sign that the children might have gone inside either. We should probably move on and check somewhere else then. Makes you wonder though, how did a door like this come in Lagren Castle to begin with? Even the patterns on it are like the ones in the door in the old schoolhouse. Yes, it's one of my... well, it's not one of my favorites. It's probably my 3rd favorite. I like playing around on the airship. But I'm not even sure if that's in this game or if it's in the next one. Odd as it might seem, maybe they are connected somehow. We did theorize the old schoolhouse may be connected with the Emperor Dracules in some way. Saint Sandlot was Dracule's foremost ally, and on close terms with him even before he became Emperor. It's not implausible that there may be a connection there. Well, whatever secrets this door may hold, it's a dead end right now. We should turn around and look elsewhere. Might I suggest the door we passed earlier, the one that was sealed shut, was a barrier? We should be able to nullify the barrier with this orb. Astute as always. That's astute? Alright. But first we're gonna come over and get this treasure!
Yay, treasure!
Exactly. Lunar robe. I'm going to assume that is a... Oh, males can equip it too. Alright, I thought that'd be a chick thing. It doesn't hurt anything. Let's go ahead and give that to Emma, though. I think she could use the defense more. And no other treasures down here. Doesn't appear to be. So have you played all of the Cold Steel games, or have you just played this one? Always looking for that little potion that I'll probably never use. I don't think I could go anywhere else in there just yet. Monster!
I welcome all challengers.
Go!
Alright, status attack. Sounds good.
Of course.
Smack that guy.
Okay.
Dang, I kind of expected a little more power there.
My turn!
Alright.
There!
Oh, you missed.
You still have a lot of training to do. Not bad.
Well, that should have disabled the barrier here. What an unusual mechanism. This castle seems to have an abundant supply of unusual things, to say nothing of the ghostly fiends prowling around. Eustace, don't say the G word! Well, at least we should be able to push further into the castle now. There may be similar mechanisms elsewhere in the castle, so keep an eye out, everyone. Goodies beside me. Oh, no goodies on the way up. Maybe there's a couple of jars to break. There's some.
Bring it on! My turn!
Alright, can I hit all of them? No, I can't.
My turn. Huh?
And he's dead.
You still have a lot of training to do.
Just getting started.
That should suffice.
Good. Jars in. I don't think I've used barely any of my curative stuff that I've been picking up. I've been picking it up for a while too. So, I mean, there's a lot there. I've used a couple of things to like fix paint
I welcome all
or
challengers.
confusion, but other than
My
that,
turn!
sure, give it a shot.
It's my turn.
My turn.
Can I hit all three of them? I can. Nice.
We should keep going.
I'm awesome!
Yep. That's not bad. I'll take that all day. I like how they put those in the brown chests and act like it's just an intermediate thing or not great. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Okie doke, let's get started!
My turn!
Alright, let's see.
Second form! Gale!
It's my turn.
I swear, Gale is seriously
My
overpowered.
turn. Hey! We should keep going.
There seems to be a treasure chest here.
Fire bell. Okay. I don't really use the bell ports too often, but I'll take it. Let's see. That's the entrance hall. I'm betting that this lets me cross over to the other side and get a treasure. So we'll go this way.
Oh, that's a beautiful looking treasure chest.
Ooh, a monster chest.
I welcome all challengers.
Go!
Alright, if you wouldn't mind killing as many of these suckers as you can at once.
Second form, Gale!
Well, you're not killing those guys. Congratulations, you killed one. What about you? Can you kill? I'll hit more over here.
Gleaming blades. Go!
My turn.
And be so kind as to finish him, would you? Jeez, even that didn't do it.
Of course.
Well, you had your chance.
Here we go!
These guys all moved closer. Still can't hit all of them at once. How about arm slash? Oh, it's too thin. Leaf cutter. Yeah, I hit the three of them with that. Save some CP. Not bad.
My turn.
Go, Lemmy.
Stand a chance.
Alright, let's see what that does. I don't recognize that one. That's not a master, is it? It is. Okay. Absorbs magic attacks 50%. I think I just found her new one. Killing enemies. Yeah, I think I found her new one. I like that one much better than what she has. Go ahead and attack her with magic. We'll see how that goes.
Enemy sighted! Take him out! My turn!
Need to kill him before he gets to that.
Go! Laura!
Your swordsmanship
Didn't
gets
want him to
better
do
with
that
every
death
battle.
blow.
Well, I've got a way to go to get to your level. I did it!
I like these areas with the higher elements.
An external corridor. It must be on the north side of the castle.
We've gone pretty far inside now. I hope the children are safe. We have nothing to fear.
Here we go!
One guy? It's not gonna end well for him.
Hey! Here!
Right. You still have a lot of training to do.
Kinda glad that took as long as it did. Gave Reen a chance to
Seems
recover.
to be a treasure chest here.
Judgment Bolt. I'll keep it, but I probably won't use it. I don't think it has any extra status things that are gonna be of major use. Unless it has like an attack 30 or something. It don't. So seal 50% chance. Yeah. Not a terrible item, but not something I'm gonna use. Entrance hall's down this way. This is the treasure on the other side. And what's in the middle over here? Anything? Nothing. That must connect later or something. Got to the entrance hall. Get this treasure. Not bad, I'll take those. At some point I will need curative items. Probably wouldn't tell me to heal up a little bit, but I don't think I need to. The only one that has any damage is Emma, and it's just a little bit. Let's see, that's the door I came in from, right? Yeah.
Oh, another barrier. Let's see if we can find the orb that dispels it.
Okay, let's.
This all seems strangely normal to her.
Okay, let me pick it up. Stop talking. Thank you. Well, I've seen that orb down here. How do I reach? Oh, okay. No, that's the door I came in. That up top is the, oh, that's the entrance hall. That's the exterior corridor. Oh, it's a ladder. How did I miss that?
Left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand.
Nothing but trouble.
She's a little girl, dude. Give her a rest. I say that, but he's only like 3 years older than her.
I welcome all challengers.
Maybe 4.
My turn.
It's his turn. Yeah, I can't hit enough of them to make that worth it.
There.
Of course.
Alright, can you... Oh, not armor breaker. Red cleaver. Yes.
You still have a lot of training to do.
I feel like I'm growing stronger.
A matter of course.
Yep. And then leveling up cures her completely, so it's not even an issue. I made that kind of easy to get, I think. I think climbing ladders is way more fun with Fee than with Milliam and Laura, because she makes all kinds of lewd comments, which is hilarious because they all react negatively to it. They're just like, Fee, really? You know an awful lot about these barrier things here, Emma. Hey, those are... This isn't good. Shoot, it's just 4 little monsters. We got this. Jillian! Go away, you monsters! The Great Knight Jillian will never forgive you if you hurt Carno. Goddess, please help us. Stand back. Thank goodness you're both safe. We're okay. More fiends, and they don't seem pleased that we've robbed them of their quarry. We can do this. Just don't let them near the children. Blow them oil, Lemmy.
Enemy sighted. Take them out. Here we go.
What are you talking about? Reen's gonna knock these guys out by himself. Oh, I can't hit all of them. Oh well.
Second form.
He's gonna knock most of them out by himself.
It's my
Piece
turn.
of cake.
Here. My turn. Yeah, you didn't stand a chance.
Not bad.
Just getting started.
I'll take it. Looks like we took care of them. You're not hurt, are you? No, we're okay. That was so cool! You guys are all so strong! Just like the Eisenritter from the old stories. Considering their predicament, they don't seem to be any worse for the wear. Well, as long as they're both unharmed. Actually, I think both of you have something to say. Huh? Oh, right. Thanks for saving us. That's not what I meant. You stole a boat and entered property that is off limits to you without telling anyone where you were going. What do you think would have happened if we hadn't come looking for you? Who would have saved you? Do you have any idea how worried your parents are and everyone else in the town are about you? Laura... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you realize what you did wrong, I have nothing further to say on the matter. Oh? I admire your bravery, stepping forward to defend Carno like you did. But you're still young and inexperienced, like I am. It's one thing to aspire to the qualities of a knight, but no good will come of rushing to that goal. Right, I'm sorry. Thank you for coming for us, everyone. Don't worry about it. Try to be a little less reckless in the future, would you? Eustace, are you actually embarrassed that you thanked by a kid? Hush, you impudent brat. Well, we found them, and they're safe. That's a huge relief. Now all that's left is finding a way out of this castle. Come to think of it, we couldn't even enter this room until we disabled the barrier. So, how did the two of you get inside? When we first came in here, everything was normal. We were on our way to the top floor. But as soon as we came in here, suddenly there was this pale haze everywhere. Then the strange circles appeared on the door and we couldn't open it anymore. We didn't know what to do. So you ended up locked in. There doesn't seem to be any other access to this room either. It seems as though if we want to leave, we'll have to deal with whatever's causing all of this. Surely there must be some way to disable that barrier on the front door. Hold on a minute. Emma? I can sense something coming from the top floor of the castle. Mysterious energy flowing out from there like a wellspring. What? You can sense something like that? Well, more or less, yes? That's about the only clue we have to go on right now, so we might as well go out and take a look. Maybe it's me, but it almost feels like she's starting to be more forthcoming with her insights. But what about the children? We can't just leave them here. Better just take them with us then. There's enough of us that we'll be able to keep them safe. No telling what kind of danger we'll run into, but it makes sense to bring them along so we can keep an eye on them. What do the two of you think? Would you prefer to stay with us? Of course! I'd feel way safer with you guys. Very well then. Fine, fine. I suppose we'll take responsibility for your safety then. Alright, let's head for the top floor then. Let's have ourselves a look at the source of that mysterious energy Emma was talking about. Let's be on our way then. Alright, so... I don't know about the kids, whatever. I just came here for the treasure chest.
Yay, treasure!
Exactly. I don't know what that is, but let's take a look. Okay, I thought it would be at the bottom. It's not. It's right here. What is this? What are you? Strength 30. Attacks and crafts. Cause speed minus 25% or move minus 50. 10% chance. Alright, nice. So, we will replace Speedbreaker with that, can we? I think we can. Yes, we can. That's good. 20% more, or 20 more attack. He's got more strength than Laura does, but I think Laura has a, I think Brave gives her a significant strength bonus. So, try to get his strength as high as possible so that when I use things like Gale, it kills everything. Which is why Gale is so overpowered. have? Alright.
We have nothing to fear.
Of course we don't.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's not use your CP at the moment.
My turn. There.
It's my
Seriously,
turn.
that was supposed to kill him. Oh well.
Yes. Of course.
Laura, you are not full either, so let's save yours.
Here we go.
He's dead. I really thought Lemmy was gonna take care of him. Alright.
Let's keep going.
I seem to recall this boss being particularly hard. Really don't need to heal anything, so let's see if my memory's right, or if I've gotten better at the game and it's not now, or I don't know, we'll find out.
What is that?
It looks like the orbs we've come across before.
Yes, it does.
It's far larger. I have an uneasy feeling about it.
Me too.
There's a cold, pale light flickering inside of it.
Man, it's huge. It's kinda pretty.
I definitely sense some kind of power coming from it. Is this the source of the energy you were sensing earlier, Emma?
There's no doubt about it. I suspect this orb is the cause of all the strange things going on in this castle. If we can destroy it, I'm betting everything will return to normal.
All right, just leave it to me.
What? Hold on, Milliam.
Don't sweat it. Lemmy's busted up tougher looking stuff than this. Let's smash this orb and get out of this creepy castle already.
You idiot, we have no idea what it might do.
Go, go, Lemmy!
Milliam!
What did I just say?
Are you all right?
Oh, I forgot about those stupid barriers.
I guess it makes sense that it would be protected by one of those barriers.
Wait, something's wrong.
Well, if y'all asked for it, so you're gonna get it.
What's happening to it?
I feel an incredible torrent of energy pouring out of it. Everyone, get back!
Nosferatu.
A bone-faced fiend?
A Nosferatu? How could it manifest something like that in the real world?
It's on a completely different level than the foes we've encountered so far. Julian, Carno, get behind us.
There's no way we can afford to lose. Not here. Let's give it everything we've got.
Right.
Rain, you never give everything
Watch out.
you've
This
got.
is a tough one. My turn.
Alright. If I could skip his turn and go next, I would. But I cannot. So.
Right.
If you'd be so kind as to armor break the guy.
Shatter! Now!
It's my turn.
Alright. Take him out.
Gather on my blade.
Not bad. Emma, I don't know what your power does. What does your power do? Let's look and see. Alright, we'll find that out. I haven't seen it yet, it's new.
Rest in peace.
It's a triple S attack, so it should be pretty... That's it? Well then, that was anticlimactic. You may think that can impede him.
Get him!
Oh, that was impede, not delay. Never mind.
Stand down! My turn.
Cool. Strength 50%. How much is that gonna cost me? 30? Yeah, I'll do that. And her upgraded attack. This should do quite a bit of damage, I'm hoping. This should put out, you know, like 12 to 15,000. 12,000. Nice. Yeah, this battle was a lot easier than I remember.
We should keep going.
I feel like I'm going stronger.
I did it!
A matter of course.
Did we win?
What a terrifying opponent.
So that was...
Careful. Something still feels wrong.
What? Watch out! Damn it!
How could I have been so careless? I had no idea it had this much power left.
Laura! Are you okay? This is bad! Even Lammy can't move!
Looks like I've got no choice.
Reed, if you're not careful, you'll be drawn into it.
What are you?
What?
Huh?
What was that?
Rain could have done it. I'm just saying.
Is everyone all right?
I'm fine. That was really bright.
What just happened?
I have no idea. It all happened so quickly.
I heard the sound of something piercing through the air.
Yeah, right through that orb, too. It looked like a lance. But how could someone hurl something that large with that much force?
A lance?
Yeah. Whoever threw it was standing right up there until just a moment ago. It was a golden-haired woman, shrouded by a strange light.
Golden hair, you say?
But that sounds just like...
Laura!
That's impossible.
What's everyone all excited about? Hey, wait for me!
Y'all just gonna leave the kids behind, or...?
There's no one here.
Not that I honestly expected there would be.
That pale glow surrounding the castle seems to have disappeared, too.
Is that because the orb was destroyed?
Lance that destroyed it.
The Lance Maiden.
I thought it might have been her, but it seems like it was the Steel Maiden. Still, we really are out of time. Keep up the good work.
Alright. Not enough points to warrant a prize? Shame, shame. Thank you for all you've done for us during our stay, Claus. Please have a safe journey, everyone. I apologize for not being more of service to you during your long-awaited return home, my lady. With all that happened yesterday, you hardly had any time to relax and enjoy your visit. On the contrary, I had ample time to enjoy soaking in the atmosphere of home. And thanks to that wonderful nutritious dinner after we returned from the castle, so tired, I was able to sleep well too. Indeed, for all that's happened, I feel surprisingly well rested today. I'm just glad the children were alright. Haha! Sounds like they got a real earful from their families, though. They deserve every minute. So, just what was it we witnessed yesterday? Yeah, I'm still mulling over what that lance that saved our skin last night could have come from. I only know what you've told me, I'm afraid. There's not a doubt in my mind that it was Saint Sandlot. She must have sensed our peril, confronting that strange specter, and chose to lend us a helping hand. Well, honestly, I can't think of an explanation that sounds any more plausible than that. Considering the situation, it's almost hard to believe it could have been anything else. Well, that's certainly true. Feels like everything that happened last night was some grand dream. I don't think that all of us... Wait. I think that all of us, you have perhaps the least right to say that. Oh, actually, one of the accounts of St. Sandlot's death places it right around this time of year. So it's almost the anniversary, and last night was a full moon, so it doesn't seem all that implausible that her spirit might manifest itself somewhere like the castle. I've heard that account of St. Sandlot's death before. Hold on a minute. Even if all that stuff about St. Sandlot is true, that doesn't explain all the weird things you did yesterday. Well, I learned a lot about curses from my grandma growing up. And working with barriers isn't all that difficult if you put your mind to it. Really. Well, I suppose I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure I can say the same. I'll be sure to inform the Viscount of all that's transpired here. In the meantime, you should be heading off to the next location here to visit for your field study. I hope your journey is a safe and pleasant one. Thank you. Take care, Claus, and give my regards to Father. Same to you, my lady. I hope we shall all have the opportunity to meet again. Oh, don't worry, we will. I'd enjoy the opportunity to test my own swordsmanship against you in the future. I wish you all the best. We still have some time left before the train comes, so we can tell everyone goodbye as we make our way to the station. That sounds like a good plan. Let's be off then. Alright. So I don't know that it's important, but it couldn't hurt to say goodbye to people, right? Sounds like the two kids are thinking long and hard about what they did. If they truly wish to become stronger, they'll come and join us here in the training hall. I'd be more than happy to train them. I saw a weird light over the castle again last night. So that was seriously St. Sandlot? Man, I'm stoked I was able to see her. I'm glad you're all excited there. What do you know? I'm glad you're all excited there. Right. Probably go say goodbye to the sister. We helped her cook her pretzels. I believe she's in the side over here. I really was losing myself in my panic yesterday evening. Meanwhile, Father remained calm and collected throughout it all. I never would have been able to calm down were it not for him either. Irresponsible as he may be, perhaps there's more to him than meets the eye. Well, aren't you just a nice sister? First you were talking down about him, now you're all, oh, maybe he's not so bad after all. Oh, Lady Laura! The three of us made lunch for you, so please take it. Thank you, I'm sure it'll be delicious. We hope you enjoy it. Oh, and we packed enough for your lady friends too. Wait, what about us? You did muster up an admirable performance yesterday, I suppose. Don't forget, we won't forgive you if you get too close with Lady Laura. And least you forget, take these as a helpful reminder. I don't think I need the wind that blew into what they're implying. Must this vigilant gaggle be annoying right to the very end? Not a fan, are you? I'm really in your debt for saving Carno last night. I told him it was dangerous, but he just wouldn't listen. Come on, Mom, I'm fine now. Don't you realize how much I worried about you? I know, so just stop crying, okay? Yeah, just stop. Wasn't someone supposed to come and start the guild up in the morning? Oh well. Guess it wasn't that important. I really can't thank you all enough for last night. I've given this fool the scolding of a lifetime, too, so don't worry about that. Take care on your journey back, and good luck with your studies. Be careful on your way back, everyone. I'm still not really sure what happened back at the castle, but maybe it was Adios telling us not to misbehave anymore. Dad really let me have it when I got home, too. So I'll be careful from now on. Good. You should be careful. What's wrong with you, child? We still seem to have a little time before the train leaves. What should we do? It might be best just to wait in the station until the train arrives. Wait in the station? Yeah, let's go wait inside. We need to buy our tickets for the trip to Grellia Fortress, too. Hey, Eustace, want to buy me some snacks? Buy your own food. Lively as ever, I see. Let's head in, then. Le Grem. I just like saying the town's name, Le Grem. We see you up there, Celine. Oh, I could see the castle for a second there. Wait, it's gone again. Well, the forest is quite dense around here. Still, we saw a lot of weird things in that castle. It was one thing after another from the moment we walked through the door. What are you looking at me for? Never mind. That was pretty great. Do you have this much fun on all of your field studies? I just wish it was a little longer. Those 2 days went by so quickly. Well, the field study isn't over. We're on our way to the next location, so don't relax just yet. It looks like I must say farewell to Le Grem once again for a time being. I wasn't expecting to, but I can't help but feel a little homesick already. I can understand why. It was a really welcoming place. I didn't ever get the sense that the social classes were keeping people apart. True. It seems like a place that we nobles could learn much from. I'd definitely like to visit again in the future. It would be great to bring Fee and the others next time, too. You're all more than welcome in Legram anytime. I can only hope I'll continue to learn and grow between now and when I next return. After leaving Legram, we changed trains at Brayhard Station and rode the Guzian Main Line north, heading towards Keldic. Alright, let's go over our schedule again. We're currently en route to Keldic, where we will rendezvous with Group B. From there, we'll take the Transcontinental Railway to Corellia Fortress on the Empire's eastern border. Corellia Fortress is one of the Imperial Army's largest strongholds, sometimes referred to as the wall that protects the nation from the threat of the Calvard Republic. I've heard it's ludicrously gigantic, almost icon of military excess. It also houses the 2 railway guns and has military exercise grounds on the premises. Weren't those the weapon that Gwen City regretted constructing? Yeah. There are these 2 massive orbital cannons pointing towards the east at Calvert. More specifically, they're aimed at the buffer zone between us and them, Crossbell Station. They are pretty crazy, yeah. It's like you're looking at a mountain of iron. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first saw them. Wait, you've actually seen the railway guns in person? Yep, Grants took Claire Lecter and me to see them this one time. These are the mightiest weapons wrought by the hands of man since the Great Collapse. I want you to consider what it means that such weapons have been placed here. Well, something like that anyway. To consider what it means. He has a flair for the dramatic, I'll give him that. Come to think of it, today's the day, isn't it? The day the Chancellor is scheduled to depart for Crossbell with Prince Oliver? Guess the trade conference kinda snuck up on us, huh? I think that's where Lecter's going too. I want to go to Crossbell! There's supposed to be this really famous theater group there, and they have a huge theme park, right? That's what I've heard, so you probably know more about it than I do. Apparently President Tawa is going to be part of the entourage to further her studies. Really? She never fails to impress. I heard she's been getting job offers from a bunch of different companies ready to hire her right after graduation. Well, she does merit the high esteem people lavish on her. She's the pride of the Academy. Indeed. 9:30. All passengers disembarking here in Keldic, please exit the platform via the bridge. I repeat, do not approach the rope barriers on platform 1. Passengers wishing to travel on the Transcontinental Railroad, please wait on platform 2. What's going on here? All this security feels kind of ominous. Seems the railway military police is guarding the opposite platform. Yeah, I wonder if...
Well, isn't this quite the coincidence?
Of course it is, Claire. It's nice to hear from you.
Captain Claire!
It's Claire! Did you come to see me?
Just a coincidence, I'm afraid. Eisengraf will be passing through here soon, so this station's operating under heightened security.
Oh, right!
Still, I'm happy to see you again. It's been what, 2 months since I last saw you?
She really is attached to Captain Claire. Yeah, almost like sisters. Hard to believe both of them are Ironbloods. At any rate, good day everyone. Let me thank you again for all your help during the recent crisis in the capital. Don't worry about it. We simply did our duty as citizens of the Empire. More importantly, what's the meaning of all this extra security? And what is this Eisengraf you mentioned? As in Iron Count, right? You'll see what I mean soon enough. A special express train will momentarily be passing by Platform 1. This train will be passing through at high speed, so travelers on the platforms are advised to exercise caution. A special express train? It couldn't be. Right on time. Well, there's Tawa. And Prince Oliver. Dang, his sense lets this thing slow way the hell down, doesn't it? Very perceptive of you, Green. So that was the Eisengraf. Come to think of it, I've heard rumors about a special Crimson train, supposedly reserved for use by members of the Imperial government. I've been on it before. It's really fast. It's pretty fancy inside, too. Eisengraf, or the Iron Count in common parlance, was so titled in honor of the Chancellor Osborne himself. Well, I do hear him called the Iron Blood and Iron Chancellor all the time, so I can understand the iron part. But isn't the Chancellor a commoner by birth? He is indeed. However, he was granted the title of Count by His Majesty when he made Chancellor 11 years ago. Supposedly, that's what led to the train being given its name shortly thereafter. I see. I doubt he, of all people, sees any worse in titles or peerage. Green? Yeah? Is something bothering you? Your attention seems to be elsewhere. Still feeling tired after yesterday? No, not really. I just happened to catch a glance of Tawa and Prince Oliver on the train as it passed by. Wow, I'm surprised you could even make them out. You must have a hawk's eye to be able to see them with Isengard pushing by so quickly. Nah, it was probably just a coincidence. It was more than just a glance, though. I could see them clearly, in detail. What was that just now? Well, as long as you're not feeling unwell. We would like to thank all passengers for their cooperation with today's security measures. Transcontinental Railway service bound for Crossbell State, now arriving on Platform 2. Here it comes. Yeah, looks like we didn't have to wait long after all. However, you will have to wait for just a minute because I need to make a restroom stop. I will be right back in just a minute. See you then. And as I promised, I am right back. And we will continue on. I'm surprised they haven't picked up airship travel more like Librel has. These guys are still using trains. I mean, they have airships too, but trains are the main way of getting around in Erebonia. Hey, there they are. Green, over here. Come on, we haven't got all day. We saved you some seats. Well, if you'll excuse us, Captain. See you later, Claire. Of course, have a safe trip, everyone. Whoa ho ho! Who's that classy looking babe? Ugh, I should have just stayed on the train. Well, apparently Crow hasn't met Claire yet. He will, though. He'll meet her. We've received word from Squad 8. No unusual movements have been detected near the Twin Dragons Bridge. We also received word from Squad 21. They report all high-speed armored cars are in position. Understood. Remain vigilant until the Eisengraf has finished passing through. Once it reaches Crossbill City, have all squads switch to Phase D. Yes, ma'am. Are you sure the Imperial Liberation Front will show themselves? They will. I'm certain of it. I think I need to oil this chair. It's squeaky. I'm not sure if y'all hear that on the mic or not. Y'all can sit down, you know. I see. It sounds like Group A had quite an eventful couple of days, too. Yeah, though I find it kind of hard to believe you could have seen the ghost of Liana Sandlot. That's ridiculous. Are you sure you weren't just hallucinating or something? You can think whatever you like. We totally saw her, I swear! Well, ghost or not, there was definitely someone there besides us. Anyway, that's enough about ghosts and spirits for the time being. I'm more concerned about the affairs of the living, like where Toval and the Radiant Blade Master went. Sounds like Duke Kyan is up to something, too. He's not someone we can afford to take lightly. We didn't run into anything like that in the Special Economic Zone, so I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government and not a noble. I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago. Is that right? Yeah, the Empire stitched it on nice and neat without much opposition. Now it's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seems like a pretty lively place. And the revenue generated from the taxes goes directly to the Imperial government's coffers, instead of the pockets of nobility. It's hardly a mystery why reformists think so highly of it. Well, that aside, I'm a little concerned about the upcoming trade conference in Crossbill. Same goes for the Imperial Liberation Front. They've been awfully quiet since that show they put on last month. Now that you mentioned it, that does seem rather suspicious. Is that related somehow to why we're going to Guerrilla Fortress? Well, it's not the main reason, but it's not entirely unrelated. I'll let you look forward to finding out all about it when we get to the fortress itself. Anyhow, how many of you have passed through Guerrilla Fortress by train before? Only Milliam. I see. Just us, huh? I can't wait to see everyone's first reactions. True. Why's that? Well, I've seen it in photographs at least. The camera can't really capture how ridiculous it is. Yep, it's supposed to be this macho gateway to the Empire, but it just seems so like it's trying way too hard. What's that supposed to mean? The gateway to the Empire and one of the largest military bases in the country? I look forward to the chance of seeing it in person then. Laura would. She's all about that sort of thing. I think I mixed that too strong. It's not that bad. The train carrying Class 7 continued in its ride transcontinental line, heading towards the east. They passed through the Twin Dragon Bridge and Cruisin' Province Army Base and several stations later. It was finally time to pass his guerrilla fortress, which loomed large on the border with Crossbell State. So 9, 10, 11... So it took about 2 hours. The Ministry of Railways, The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. The next stop is Guerrilla Fortress. Guerrilla Fortress. This train will stop for 5 minutes. Please be aware that only authorized personnel may disembark at this station. Please be advised that all orbital photography is strictly prohibited within the fortress and is punishable by imperial law. Any attempt at unauthorized recording may result in the confiscation of your equipment and detention by authorities. Wow, that was kind of... It sounded pretty severe for a train announcement. Well, we are passing through a military facility. I don't think they're being unreasonable. Do you really think that's the issue here? I'm not sure having that be one of the first things foreign visitors hear gives a very good impression of the country. Oh, we're finally here. What in Helios' name is that? You mean the giant, massive, scary fortress? That little old thing? Yeah, it's just a little base. It's tiny, cute little thing. Scale is just... This is Guerrilla Fortress? The entire place is built from iron and concrete? Just how much money has the army dumped into building all of this? Yep, that was about as entertaining as I'd hoped. Not that I'm surprised, I thought the same thing when I first saw it. From the Crossbell side, all you can see is a cliff though. Yeah, but those two railway guns still poke out through it. Hey, instructor? What did you bring us out here to show us? What else? We're here so you can see the true essence of what makes an army. What compromises the military strength and forms its foundation. And what other place in the Empire has that on display as clearly as here? It's a good dang point, isn't it? How big? Guerrilla Fortress platform. Who are they? Engineers and tradesmen mostly. You'll see a lot of them around here. Keeping a fortress this size up and running is a full-time job for more than just military's people. So it seems. It's almost like its own town here. On the other side of this fortress, it's more or less a straight shot to Crossbow City, right? To think that such a bustling center of trade is so close to a massive military facility like this. Yeah, Crossbow City's only about 30 minutes away by train. From the top of the fortress, you can even see the skyscraper where the trade conference is going to take place.
I see you've arrived.
Oh, Nightheart.
Oh,
Instructor Neidhart!
Good morning, Major Neidhart. Instructor Valestein of Thor's Military Academy, homeroom teacher for Class 7. Reporting the arrival of myself and all students in my care.
Acknowledging your arrival at 11:30 hours. Welcome to Gorelia Fortress. In addition to my teaching duties at the Academy, I hold the rank of Major in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I'll be acting as your guide, as well as your instructor for special lectures during your time here at the fortress. Now, if you'll follow me.
How can the Academy have 2 of its instructors out? I'm just saying. Are there enough rooms or beds in the room? Including today, you have 2 days remaining on this month's field study. However, we won't be assigning you any tasks during that time. Instead, you'll be participating in a series of special lectures and a field trip. A field trip? Here? So what exactly does that entail, instructor? At 1400 hours today, a joint military exercise will be taking place at Gorelia's Proving Ground. 4th and 5th Armored Divisions will both be participating, and you will be observing it. We're going to watch a military exercise? The 4th Armored Division, huh? The 4th Armored Division is led by none other than Elliot's dad, Lieutenant General Olaf Craig. By all accounts, it's one of the strongest armored divisions in the Imperial Army. And did you know our friend, the Major here, is their most promising young member? It's true. Moving on. As I said, you'll only be observing this exercise, not actively participating. I imagine that has some of you feeling rather relieved, doesn't it? It does sound like a pretty easy assignment after all. But we'll see how many of you feel the same after experiencing it for yourself. That's all from me. It's currently 11:50 hours. Lunch has been prepared for you in the mess hall. I'd advise you all to eat. Your field trip isn't something to be undertaken on an empty stomach. Yes, Major. Oh look, terrible military food. Yes! So, this food. We have salty corned beef, and I think I'm getting a hint of peas from this soup. You could use this bread as a lethal projectile. I do think it wouldn't have hurt to use a few more herbs, or flavors in general. Calling this edible would be generous. I've heard plenty of rumors about the food they serve in the Imperial Army, but I wouldn't have guessed they'd all be true. Huh? I didn't think the food they served in the mess hall at Zendergate was all that bad, though. I don't think it would kill them to serve something a little more appetizing. This is the exact same thing they served when I came here with my class last year. Probably from the same batch, too, by the look of it. It really brings back memories. I was pretty surprised at the first time my dad brought me here to eat here, too. Huh? You guys really think it's that bad? It really brings back memories for me, too. At least there's some cheese and an apple. The food served in the army makes use of common ingredients that are easy to preserve and store. Ingredients used to make all the food on your trays can easily be stockpiled in large quantities. So even if a war were to break out, a meal like this could still be served without any trouble. Ah, so that explains it. I see. So the army serves simple foods all the time to avoid the decrease in morale from wartime rationing? Well, not all the time. However, one can think of this food as a philosophical statement for the continent's strongest army, in the sense that it suggests soldiers should live and work each day for a war effort depends on them. Every day? So they should be just as tense during times of peace as during times of war? Well, it's a bit too much mind over matter idealism for my taste, but it's worth being aware of. And to throw a different perspective in the mix here, the food the provincial army serves is actually pretty good. Good enough that you can't help but wonder how they'd cope if the actual war were to ever break out. Well, it's not like serving good food means you have a crappy army. I hear our neighbor Labrel serves up some pretty tasty food in their army. Labrel's army is fairly elite, probably because of the threat of being neighbors to the Empire keeps them tense. I feel a little conflicted to hearing you say that. Well, these things are all about finding a good balance. Variety is the spice of life, you know. If you eat nothing but dull, bland food all the time, well, you know what they say. You are what you eat. I could do with fewer of your pithy remarks in my diet, Instructor Valenstein. Nice jab. Anyway, as you've heard, there's going to be a military exercise at the Proving Grounds at 2 in the afternoon today. It's 12:30 right now, so you have an hour to do whatever you like. They'll make an announcement a half hour before, so make sure to listen for it and do whatever it tells you. Understood. So when you say whatever we like, does that mean we can tour the fortress? Of course, you're welcome to roam around, as long as you don't poke your nose into any restricted areas. So go ahead and explore, there's plenty we're seeing here, like the command center. So if you're feeling a little tired from your field study so far, you're welcome to rest in your rooms. It would be a shame to waste such a valuable opportunity. I suppose I should at least get a general overview of the fortress. Alright, so Rain's on his own. I don't think there's any fishing spots here, which is a shame, but okay. Let's talk a little bit, huh? These days, I find myself looking forward to mealtime so I can read letters from family while I eat. Sure ain't the food that puts a smile on my face, that's for sure. I don't think I could keep this slop down if I didn't have these letters to take my mind off it. Vanders are a military family entrusted with the protection of the Imperial family. They're also famous for their house style of swordsmanship. A few of them serve in the Imperial Army, actually. We've got Lieutenant General Vander from the 3rd Armored Division, and there's apparently a Vander in the 7th. You should ask Major Neidhart more. I heard those two were classmates. Alright, do you have any military desserts you can teach me about? What? Did you come back to complain about the food some more? That was just a welcome meal of sorts. It's not like we serve food like that every day of the week. Just 6 days out of 7. Is that right? Exchange. Yep, let's go ahead and exchange our Mira. You've got nothing nice to sell me, so I'm not going to bother with you. What about you? There are thousands of soldiers stationed here at Corellia Fortress. That means it can get awfully crowded in the mess hall, so we do everything in shifts. Though you're inevitably going to get people coming in late, so we never really have much in the way of downtime. Alright, let's take a look-see. We will start by going into these rooms over here, I suppose. Yes. Emma! Let me talk, thank you. Oh, are you taking a rest, Emma? I did take a short walk around, but everything about this fortress is so imposing. Made me feel a little faint. I feel you there. Looking at Emma now, it's hard to believe that she's the same person who almost single-handedly guided us through that castle. Green? Nah, never mind. But there is one thing that's been bugging me lately, ever since we arrived in Legrem. I feel like just out of the corner of my eye, I catch glimpses of this small black shadow following us. But ever since we got to the fortress, I hadn't seen it. Really? Maybe you were possessed by something. Possessed? Yikes, that's kind of unsettling thought. It is, isn't it? Whew, I'm glad I told her to go back when we reached Keldic. Stop sending your kitty after us. Alright, so that must be the quarters. Hey, you must be those students from the military academy. So what do you think of Guerrilla? Interested in working here after you graduate? I admit it's pretty awful, but other than that, it's not a bad place to work. Today's military exercise is a big one. They're pulling out all the stops today. The guys who are actually participating already left a while ago, though. Hey, Instructor Valenstein. Oh, yeah, Toval gave me a call about what happened in Legrim. So you had a mechanical monster show up on the city limits? Yeah, Toval looked pretty concerned when we first mentioned it to him, too. Do you know anything about them? Well, I'm no stranger to the group that makes them. They go by the name Ouroboros. They're a secret society of sorts that act in the shadow all across the continent. A secret society? We don't know how many members there are, what they're capable of. Honestly, we don't know much about them at all. What we do know is that they have access to technology more advanced than most cutting-edge research institutes, and that they've been behind several crises that have threatened to shake the foundations of the entire nation-states. And these people who made those monsters? If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I'd find it hard to swallow, but there's no denying what we saw out there. Huh. Well, you don't need to come to grips with it just yet. We call the mechanical monsters like that one you guys fought Archaeum. Lately, it seems like there's an awful lot of them made their way onto the black market. There's been one sighting after another these days all over the Empire and beyond. Wow, that's heavy. Does that mean there's a chance they might be planning something here in Erebonia? Just in your opinion, I mean. Well, that's the tricky thing about them. Doesn't necessarily mean that at all. There have been cases where we know they put archaisms out into the wild purely to test their abilities, for example. Still, it seems like something to keep in the back of your mind at least. Right, I'll be sure to let the others know too. Alright, talk to the instructor. Fee and Laura. The soldiers here seem pretty well trained, pretty well equipped too. If you'd expect from the Emperor's biggest fortress, you'd need to put in some serious prep time if you want to topple it. Fee, I'm not sure that's something you should say within earshot of the soldiers. Old habits die hard. Indeed. I heard about the fortress from my father, but seeing it in person really drives home its incredible scale. Oh, your father helps train Imperial Army in this swordsmanship, doesn't he? I can see why he's so busy if he's been around training all the soldiers in this massive. Indeed, I feel like the reality of that is finally sinking in for me as well. I have no idea how his teachings are actually being applied, though. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find out during today's military exercise. I'm looking forward to it. Alright. I think the command center's up there. Let's go check that out. You have a store? Welcome to Guerrilla Fortress. You and your classmates from stores have been granted permission to explore the fortress. As long as you don't stray outside permitted areas, you're free to go wherever you like. The corridor to the right leads to the right wing of the fortress. Left, you'll find the guest rooms and briefing room. The staircase over there leads to the command center, but you haven't been granted permission to go inside. That's just how it is, I'm afraid. Maybe they'll decide to show you around there later. Maybe they will. Let's go see who's up there. I bet it's Nightheart and Elliot. Oh no, it's Nightheart and General Walter. So you're the students who've come to tour the fortress. Yes, sir. He's wearing an officer's uniform. I wonder if he's... This is Lieutenant General Walter, commander of Guerrilla Fortress. He also serves as division commander for the 5th Armored Division, which is stationed here. I apologize for not greeting you sooner, sir. Thank you for granting us the opportunity to tour the fortress. It really is an honor. Well, at least you aren't lacking in manners. Hardly built like a soldier, though. I have my doubts that you'd be able to endure military training regimen with a physique like that. You sure you're training them properly, Major? My apologies, sir. Though I hear the Academy has a former bracer as a combat instructor, they must really be scraping the bottom. I've heard of the Purple Lightning before, of course, but a bracer's still a bracer. Leaving such an important role in the hands of a civilian is ridiculous. The famous Swords isn't what it used to be. Well, no surprise here. It's like he fills in every box on the checklist for stereotypical army soldier. Anyway, as Fortress Commander, allow me to welcome you to Corellia. Keep in mind, though, that we're currently on alert for potential threats from the east. No problem with your class conducting your field study here, but see that you don't get in the way. Of course, sir. Very well. I'll take my leave here. I have business to attend to. He's not a very nice guy, is he? Whew, he's certainly strict. Well, he is responsible for keeping one of the Empire's most vital defensive fortifications running smoothly. Considering the ongoing tension between the Empire and the Republic, you should be grateful he allowed you to come at all. I won't forget it. Now, I'm afraid I must excuse myself as well. You're welcome to tour the rest of the fortress, but don't try to enter the command center. Of course, good luck with your work, instructor. I'll see you later then. I think we're going to go ahead and go past 2 hours on this and see the exercise at very least, which means running around, talking to the rest of the people, looking at different things, and then seeing the whole exercise. Yeah, we're gonna do that. At least 3 hours. I'll go to at least 3 hours at minimum. So, let's go. Is there anyone in here? Nope. There's barracks over here. Do I have access to those? Let's find out. You've only been granted permission to explore certain parts of the left wing. Everywhere else is off limits. If it's only consolation, there's not much we're seeing in the right wing. To be honest, it's mostly storage rooms. Yeah, so that's locked off. But that's the barracks. You know, where thousands of soldiers are supposedly annexed. Let's see. Went there. Let's go down to the motor pool. Down here. Alright, central freight platform. The bottom. I don't think there's anyone in here. Is there? No, but there is a treasure. I don't know what that treasure has, but let's go find it. Oh, I think I need to come in from the other side. I don't think I can get over there yet. Might have to wait on that. Yeah, there's no way for me to do that, I don't think. One more look real quick. Stop running back and forth, Reed. Yeah, I have to come in from the other side. Alright, let's see. 2 people in there. Well, those are cute armored vehicle tank things. Those are tanks. Seems like this is the hangar for the tanks and armored cars. It's kind of staggering to see so many of them lined up in one place. I'm not looking forward to this. You've never seen any military exercises before, right, Reen? Yeah, this will be my first time. I take it you have, then. Yeah, my dad showed me the one last time he brought me out here. He really does want me to join the military, but I really don't think I'll ever be suited for it the way he is. I get where you're coming from. The more I hear about his dad, the more curious I get. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about seeing so many tanks lined up like this. Renford Company makes these, don't they? Unfortunately so. I'm sure they'll be using them for this military exercise too. As far as I can tell, they're all pitted against the older automated models. That sounds pretty brutal. The older tanks won't stand a chance. Well, that's kind of the point. They want to show off just how easily the tanks can dominate them. Well, you don't get a chance to go eyes on with this stuff every day. I'll take the opportunity to see for myself just how competent they are. It's just like her. Right, let's go outside, just down here. I think there's something to look at out there, if I remember correctly. Wow. What's the military yard? I can't believe the size of this place. Oh, given that uniform, we must be one of the students from Thor's. Feel free to look around all you like, but try and stay out of our way. We're all incredibly busy at the moment. So if you don't mind, I'd ask you to make your way to the corridor over there instead of hanging around here. Understood. Thank you very much. Might as well head over there. Yeah, there's a handful of classmates up there. My guess would be Millium and Eustace. Yep. And Gaius. Gaius, are you okay? I'm just kind of shocked by how different the atmosphere here is from Xandergate. Well, it's a major military base right on the border of Crossbell. I never imagined it'd be quite this big, though. This place is such a departure from Xandergate that I can hardly believe it's the same military. Although perhaps this is true in the face of the Imperial Army. This fortress is the very definition of oversized, and that's ignoring the excess display of military power. I imagine that the posturing is meant to show the cruising province army that they could crush them on a whim. I forgot what this place probably means to you and your family. I suppose. While I don't agree with my father's actions, I can't say I'm comfortable with this fortress's presence either. In fact, I find it hard to believe that anyone can sleep peacefully near a fortress like this. Aw, guess you can't see it from here after all. We'd be able to see it from where the railway guns are, but they'd get mad if I got too close to them. What are you up to now, Millium? You know, the huge Orcus Tower where they're holding a trade conference? I'm trying to get a good view of that. Oh yeah, they mentioned it in the Imperial Chronicle on the radio. Can you actually see it from all the way over here? That'd be incredible. Would I ever lie to you? I wish I could have gone with Gramps instead of being stuck on some stupid field study. Why'd you join Class 7 then? Speaking of which, they're going to be holding a keynote session there tomorrow. I wonder what they'll be talking about during it. Most people think it's just so they can decide on finance rules and stuff for Western Zemeria. But I think it's really going to end up being about who Crossbow belongs to. Knowing Gramps, he might even try to get Crossbow to become part of Erebonia. Just a second. Another annoying notification. There we go. The prince is going to be there too, so he'll probably just try and shake everybody up a bit. Unbelievable. I was there too though, so here's hoping things go well. This place is massive. Return to the fortress. Alright. We'll go back upstairs here. There's no reason to go upstairs on the other side. Let's see, going through that central freight platform doesn't do me any good. Doesn't allow me to do anything. And this room is the mess hall, which I was already in. That goes back downstairs to where we were. Ooh, an airship. like this is the Fortress Airport. There might come a day where I find myself in a military airship. Who's over here? Malchus and Crow. Crazy. It really is a night and day. Yeah, it's hard to imagine two places more dramatically opposed. What's wrong with you two? Oh, we were just talking about how different this place is to Jura. Jura was super lively, but this place... I think Crow's having withdrawals now that he's somewhere without easy access to a casino at all times. I can imagine. It seems like everybody's talking about Jura these days, though. Was it really that amazing? It was. I didn't know what to expect with the recent annexation by Erebonia, but everything looked fine to me. It has offices and entertainment district, and all the people I saw were thoroughly enjoying themselves. I'd go as far as to say they're happy to be under the Imperial government's control. I don't know if I'd go that far. Oh? Hello, Bird told me Chancellor Osborne was the one behind the annexation in the first place. He also told me he used some pretty forceful tactics to get them to agree. And of course, most of their tax money takes a brand new detour straight into the Imperial government's pockets. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the annexation happen just to fatten his pocketbook. But paying taxes is a citizen's duty. It's only natural that they do so now that they're under Erebonian protection, right? Sounds like this is a pretty complicated issue. Yes, it does. We're about to head out for a military exercise. They say the 4th Armored Division's the strongest unit in the Imperial Army. Huh, I'm looking forward to this. Alright. Sounds like a good time, sir. Oh, sounds like our time's up to explore. This bulletin is to inform all solo students that preparations for today's military exercise are now complete. Please assemble in the hangar immediately. Your transport is standing by. I repeat. That's Instructor Nightheart. The time must have passed more quickly than I thought. I suppose I should start making my way towards the hangar. Maybe I'll run into the others on my way. Of course you will, because they're all ordered to go to the same place. Almost dropped my drink. We boarded the armored cars and set off towards the proving grounds. Inside the armored cars was narrow and cramped, and the smell of machine oil hung in the musty air. The car shook and rattled over uneven ground, trembling around us like an iron coffin on wheels. Eventually, after enduring 10 minutes of jaw-rattling travel, unable to even peek outside at the scenery, we finally arrived at Guerrilla Fortress military proving grounds. Wow, main battle tanks. There's plenty of older model tanks out there too. It even looks like they have airships here. Oh yeah, like the ones we saw in Nord. Well, I love this part. I think it's funny. Hey look, it's a general. The general. The great general. So that's Elliot's dad. I don't see the family resemblance. Looks like their hair made the jump from father to son, though. Reporting, Lieutenant General. Very good, Nightheart. And Instructor Valestine, I believe. Pleased to meet you. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lieutenant General Craig. Allow me to extend my deepest thanks for agreeing to cooperate with us for the Academy's curriculum today. Think nothing of it. Many of these fine youngsters may one day hold positions in the Imperial Army, after all. Besides, I owe a lot to old General Van Dyke. Aha, and these must be... What a piercing stare. So this is Craig the Red. Elliot, my boy, it's so good to see you again! Huh? It must be half a year now since I last saw you. How have you been? That's a sharp-looking uniform you've got, too. I've seen the photos, but it looks even better on you in person. Dad, come on. Huh, you still got a long way to go if you want to put on some real muscle. There's a part of me that hopes you'll stay my little cherub forever. But you're a man of Erebonia, and the men of the Empire must be strong, stout, and ready for action. It was for your own good as a man that I held back my tears and enrolled you in the military academy. Dad, I can't breathe. I feel like everything I've been told about him was a lie. There did seem to be some differences from stories. You kidding me? He seems like a cool guy. What a delightful commanding officer you have, Major. Words fail me. Dad, knock it off! I'm telling Fiona. Ahem. Moving right along. I do love that part. I'm Lieutenant General Olaf Craig, Commander of the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division. I've been entrusted with the role of overseeing today's joint military exercise. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Likewise, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. You've got one heck of a dad, Elliot. Believe me, I feel it in the bones. Now, let me give you a brief rundown of what will be happening. This exercise will consist of a simulated battle conducted by 2 of our armored divisions. Armor regiments are the foremost... at the formation center, infantry and armored cars and airships will work in tandem, using their maneuverability to the fullest to obliterate the targets. As our targets today will be using the previous model tanks that have been decommissioned from service. Autopilot functionality will allow them to evade and return fire, but they've only been armed with paint bullets. However, all other regiment tanking part in today's exercise have been equipped with live ammunition. So you intend to actually destroy the other tanks? Ha, it'd hardly be a live fire exercise if we didn't. Current time is 1400 hours, right on schedule. So, we're supposed to be here at... No, maybe it was 1400. We'll now begin today's joint military exercise. Armored Divisions 4 and 5 commence combat operations. Glory to the Empire and the Imperial Army. Begin! Yes, sir! 5th Armored Divisions. Armored Regiment will advance first. Armored Car Regiment and Infantry Regiment follow their lead. 4th Armored Division. Armored Regiment and Infantry advance together. Armored Car Regiment deploy to the left and right. Whoa! It's certainly potent. So this is the kind of firepower it takes to fight a modern war. You said those tanks are called... Yeah, they're a type of main battle tank Reinford Company developed 2 years ago. I've seen their spec sheet. I've seen their power firsthand, tells you what numbers and decimal points don't. They may be the strongest heavy tanks in the continent. Imperial Army's got a couple hundred of those in the wings, huh? That's kind of crazy. If you try fighting things like that head on, you won't stand a chance. That's as true for our own nation as it is for others. Huh. I just can't get used to this. Just the sound of artillery firing is enough to make me start shaking. I don't think that's something you should get used to. I mean, if the sound of guns and warfare ever stops bothering you, I'd be worried. Green. I guess this is another kind of strength. Thus, the military exercises came to an end. The 4th Armored Division, led by General Craig, withdrew to encampment near the fortress. Meanwhile, we returned to the fortress with Major Neidhart outlined the results of the training exercise. After that... I mean, you just watched a bunch of main battle tanks blow everything to hell. It sounds like a party to me. Hey, the same slap you guys ate earlier. Well, now it looks like it's different. Sorry you had to wait for us to finish. Don't worry about it. We're the guests here after all. Thanks for your consideration. At very least, I'd say dinner is a million times better than lunch was. I mean, it's hash beef day. That's an Imperial Army tradition, isn't it? Oh, just the smell is making me hungry. Oh yeah, where'd your instructor go? She's a real looker. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to her. She went to see the fortress commander with Instructor Neidhart. She did ask us to eat without her tonight. Alright, well, if she's with Major Neidhart, it's hard to compete with those guys in the 4th Armored Division. It'd be enough if they just had Craig the Red, but they've got the Major too. He's kinda scary. Like a division of muscle men. Anyway, we shouldn't keep you tied up any longer. Your hash beef's gonna get cold. See you tomorrow, guys. Well, aren't you guys just nice? Wow, it's actually delicious. It's like night and day compared to what we had for lunch. You're telling me. Oh, come on, guys. What's with all the gloomy faces? You think you guys might have had a bit too rosy of an outlook. What were you expecting to see out there? I'm sure you can understand at least a little of how we feel. It's like having everything we've learned in our time at the academy been for nothing. Academics, the arts, individual skill in combat, none of those matter in the slightest in real warfare, do they? It's true. If all you were looking to do is fight a war, you don't need any of those. All you'd need is plenty of troops at your command, the latest weaponry, and overwhelming firepower. Assuming you know the tactics to use them well, and a strategy that employs them effectively, I suppose. Tanks are even more powerful than I was expecting them to be, too. I remember my mother boasting about their capabilities when she was trying to sell them to the army 2 years ago, but... to be honest, I feel somewhat disheartened as well. I can't see there being a place for swords on a battlefield with weapons like those on the front line. Well, I don't think that means individual combat skill doesn't matter at all. Still, I think maybe we've been misunderstanding something important all this time. What we saw in that military exercise today was power in its purest form. It has no morality of its own. It exists to bring about a result regardless of the ideals or principles of those who wield it. That's true. In a sense, the same could be said of a sword or a gun. And all the way up to something like as huge as the Guerrilla railway guns, too. I think I finally understand why they want us to watch that military exercise in the first place. They could have taught us in a less roundabout fashion. Well, looks like you didn't wait for me to start the party. You didn't want us to wait. Why would we wait? Instructor Sarah? So you spoke with the commander? Sure did. I've got up-to-date info on the trade conference, too. As well as all the latest on the terrorists. So there's new information about the Imperial Liberation Front? Anyway, before I go into that, let me explain what you'll be doing tomorrow. In the morning, you're scheduled to participate in the Army's physical fitness training. In the afternoon, you'll be attending a special lecture, which I'll bring you up to speed on that info I just mentioned. After that, you'll be granted special permission to use the railway guns. I see. Looking forward to that. Sounds like we've got a pretty packed schedule. Well, we did bring you all the way out here, so we might as well make the most of it. Every nation possesses power in the form of a military, whether that military is large or small. Guerrilla Fortress just happens to have the power in a very striking, easy-to-understand form. As students of a military academy, you have an obligation to know the scale of the power. The Empire of Erebonia wields at present a power you might one day be in charge of yourself. What? Anyway, even a meeting that long couldn't keep me away from trying the famous hash beef rice. I've heard it's the only decent food around here, so I've been looking forward to this all day. You should probably finish eating. Yeah, but it's gotten a bit cold now. Maybe I'll go ask for seconds. Oh, Eustace, if you don't want the rest of yours, can I have it? I'd sooner throw it away than give it to you. Okay, that should do it. Alright, that covers today's quota. Whew, I'm looking forward to a nice long bath. Well, you know how every time there's a military exercise comes up, the workload gets pretty crazy like this. Still, at least managing inventory's gotten a lot easier thanks to the Orbital Net. They've got everything hooked up on the network over in Crossbill, right? I wish the Emperor would get on that a bit more. Think of the utility. Well, from the sound of it, you need special equipment to send signals through a wired connection to make use of it. And considering the size of the Empire, it's probably going to be a while before it's a widespread thing here. Huh? An orb mail? Looks like it's from HQ. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This right here is the problem with the Orbital Net. There's no such thing as off hours, and they can just send you orders around the clock. Huh? What's going on? So get this, they're planning on doing some extra exercise tomorrow. That means we've got to outfit 20 tanks with C units by tomorrow. 20! Seriously? Might as well start up another pot of coffee. We're in for an all-nighter for sure. Do we even have that many C units left? Actually, another lot came in by freight just this evening. Exactly 20 if you can believe it. Guess we'll just have to get it done. Crap. At least let us take a shower. I'm gonna head down to the mess hall and grab some snacks. You want anything? I feel like that's a good place to stop because I think it's gonna take longer than a half an hour to finish this. Let's see really quick if there's anyone worth sending you guys over to watch, and if there's not, then we will continue. Anybody on that's actually actively doing anything at the moment? And let's see who's been in chat. Quite a few people. Brennan 1, Dorian. I know Dorian's there. I know you've been there, Dorian. If you're still there, Brennan 1, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. I kind of want to finish this out, but I know it's going to take longer than a half an hour. So I think we're going to call it here. Yeah, I think we're going to call it here. I have to force close the game because there's no close option. Alright. So I would just like to thank everyone for coming. And my chroma key is terrible right now. Stop that, chroma key. Stop it. Stop it. Not enough light, I think. So I want to thank everyone for coming. I will be back on tomorrow, probably. I'm looking forward to doing a lovely little, let's see, what's he tracking enemies? Okay, no. So I'm doing, probably Harvest Moon tomorrow, is what I'm looking to do. And, we will see how that goes. So I appreciate you all watching, and I will see you later. Goodbye.